Hello, this is Falterfire, and we've got a new version of Breach Wanderers. This is 4600, which is the first beta iteration of this patch. So you will see bugs, and this will be, if you are watching this and you aren't in the beta, it's probably been a bit since I actually recorded this. Because I'm going to start by only making this visible to people in the beta, just because it's not publicly visible yet. But anyway, we're going to be trying some new cards. So I've played a few runs already with some of the new stuff, but I want to play with Silan because there are some changes to how Silan works. So one of the notes on this beta is my Nemesis fatigue is back. So be prepared for that. Fatigue right now is when you draw, for every 6 cards you draw, you get 1 stack of fatigue. And once you have fatigue, every card that you draw after that will cost 1 more per stack of fatigue. Every non-mana card you draw will cost 1 more per stack of fatigue. At end of turn, you lose all your fatigue. All your cards get reset to the cost they were before. But also, some changes from previously. Created cards are no longer affected by fatigue. And it's now 6 instead of 5. Purity still blocks fatigue. And its fatigue still can't be cleansed. But all that said, let's see about figuring out what we're going to do with Silan. So we have some new cards. There are 12 new cards. One of them is a Silan card. The other 11 are generic cards. I will probably mention them as I scroll past them. In addition to that, nearly like 100 of the existing cards were tweaked in some way. And I will try and cover those as they become relevant. So Glacial Stare is new. We don't care about it here. We're not building Frostbite. But it's kind of another chilling focus type card. Mana Ritual is 1 mana and mana boost 1, so that's 3 mana base, and you get a temporary copy of this card if your last card played this turn was a spell. So unlike Predict, you do not get the growth, but there's the potential of getting to Mana Ritual a bunch of times in one turn. And so Ketan obviously loves to Mana Ritual, because if you overflow and you use those Quick Blasts with Mana Ritual, you get then extra mana for every spell you play, which can add up in a hurry. So as far as mana cards go, I think we'll probably figure that out. Oh, Patient Focus is now 6 mana total. It's still the same deal. Gain 2 mana, gain extra mana if it's the last card in your hand. But because it's now 6, that's a payoff that's worth trying to work towards, although obviously it's difficult to use because you, as the name indicates, can't spend it right away. Unless you have something like a Tiny Book or... actually, I think it would have to be just Tiny Book for drawing cards once you have mana using an item. So we have Cursed Bolt, which deals 5 damage to any enemy and gives it Curse 1. You get Frail 1. But this then is a way for us to start setting up Curse very early. This is particularly valuable to Silan because one of Silan's problems with the Dirtle deck versus Inna is that Inna can sort of hunker down and wait for Bottled Ectoplasms to show up. But before we had Cursed Bolt, Silan didn't have access to Curse in the starting deck, which meant that he had problems with getting Inevitability. And this helps a lot with that. So the downside, of course, is because it does give you Frail, you will have to work around that. Overflowing Barrier gives you 10 shield and then gives 6 shield to the first enemy. So this is a way to, this is very cheap block at the cost of making the first enemy also harder to kill. Rummage is now generic, but it's still the same card it was. Combat Ready, just what if you just get? I'll have some of each. Thanks. We have Fire Tap's back to the way it was. We probably want to meditate. We probably want to hobble. We're going to want to get sturdy somehow, but we'll figure out eventually how we're doing it. I think we want the reloads. So scattered mod, all the mods got changed. So now, Citadel Blast also got slightly changed. Scattered Blast is still the same though. But the big difference is now, in addition to transforming a Cannon Blast, they also will have an additional effect so that even if you don't have a Cannon Blast in your hand, they'll still do something. And for Scattered mod, that effect is you get Mighty 2, which means that Scattered Blast is now, or Scattered mod is now even more powerful than it was before. It was already my favorite for the mods, so I'm happy to run it still. I added 2 reloads. I may change my mind on that. We'll see. Introspection is now just 3 mana draw 2. It upgrades into 4 mana draw 4, which is pretty good. Keen Contemplation is another new card. This is another way to get Adept that also draws you additional skills. The trick is you have to be able to pay for them. So Reforge itself didn't change, but Crude Plating now draws cards, which is interesting. Runic Study is now back up to 3 mana, but now it draws 3 cards, and when upgraded, it draws 5 cards, which is quite good. You may also notice we have new art on some cards. So Armor Up is the new Silan card. So it is the sturdy payoff. And the way it works is, so if you've played with Mana Barrier before, Mana Barrier got nerfed slightly with this patch, but this is similar to what Mana Barrier does, where it is a percentage based on your maximum. And where Mana Barrier is your mana, so it rewards growth, Armor Up is your shield, is your maximum shield, so it rewards sturdy. The other important thing here with Armor Up is that it will also, if you have any items that up your maximum shield, that's also relevant. And because this is a common, you just guaranteed have it. So it's pretty expensive. It's 4 mana, and when upgraded, it's 80%. But so it's expensive, but it gives you a way to potentially get a payoff for your sturdy. So we're going to try that. So Mystical Mod is now 4 mana, and it draws you 1 right away, and then the Mystical Blast draws 3. So that is a lot of potential card draw, but it's very expensive, obviously. So I think we want a heavy stand, because I just always kind of like heavy stand. We probably only have room for like 1 more, so I think we cut the reloads. I think we want 1 reload and 1 Cursed Bolt. I think we definitely want mana shields to deal with the frail we're going to be setting up. I think we can probably want at least 1 Resolute Focus. And then for the other 2, I think we may just want 5 mana cards. We may want 1 Predict for the mana boost, and because we are planning to play the long game. And for the other one, it's probably either Focus or Gambler's Focus. Focus is the safer of the 2. So we've got a bunch of 1-ups, which is usually a pretty good sign that I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. We have access to tough, right? Because we have the heavy stand to give us tough. As far as sturdy goes, we're getting sturdy also, again, only from the heavy stand. The other option is we can go to this Frozen Hide, which does eventually freeze us, but it means that we have it's also obviously much cheaper, which is relevant when we're trying to get off potentially multiple cannon blasts. So I think you want Adrenaline Potion in the card pool. So Cannon Automatic Mod now gives Powerful 2 this turn, which sounds good, but that also sounds like the sort of card that you would run in a deck that was actually trying to win anytime this century, which is not what we're doing. So we'll take an Increasing Mana, we'll take a Dispel Magic, we'll take an Empower. Speaking of, so Strenuous Vigor was another way to show this. So the wording on this was changed. It used to spell out what it did. Ignore the tooltip. The tooltip says Corrupt, but it's Empower is the relevant thing. So Empower is +1 rank of every, or or Empower X is plus X ranks of every buff on the target. So this is Empower 2, so it's 2 ranks of all buffs, and it's ourself, because we would want to empower enemies, of course. See, what else do we want? Deranged Insight was also changed. It's now the top spell of the deck or discard pile, so you no longer will have those awkward hands where you draw the Deranged Insight, you just can't do anything with it. We're going to take that. We're going to take Royal Coffers because I still like it, even with the fatigue. We are taking Peace of Mind because Purity means that fatigue means that Purity is even more important than it was before, and it was already incredibly important. We may take Aether Storm is the obvious choice, but Aether Storm does have the problem of actually winning games, which is not really what we're here to do today. Lingering Ritual is now 20 mana, but it now does 50 damage to the first 2 enemies instead of 15 to all, which makes it a lot more appealing of a thing to be building towards. I'm still not fully comfortable with how I am playing around card draw with fatigue, so I don't think I want it yet, but it is worth keeping in mind. I think we will take so Curse Conjunction is just another way to give us Curse. Curse of Decrepitude would be another way. We could also just take the charged shield to give us a shield option, obviously. I also just like Arcane Spellbomb. It tends to do pretty good work. We will take a Mind Seed. We will take a Cultivate. We will take a Predator's Focus. We will take... I'm okay. I am okay with Shield Potion, but I don't love it. I think Runic Focus... so Unstable Focus, interestingly, I need to try that in Catan, because with the new Mana Ritual, it's actually feasible for me to trigger Mana Boost 3 times, because it used to just not be a possibility. Arcane Bolt now just straight up draws 1 card, which is neat. Energize also now reduces the cost of exhaustions in your hand, deck, and discard pile by 1. This means that it becomes a lot more feasible to take this in any deck that is playing exhaustions, because you don't need to worry about like lining it up to get that extra bonus. It will always help you whenever the exhaustions come around, which is nice. I kind of want like one or two more mana cards, but I'm not sure that I want any of these. So we'll probably find one later. So we'll definitely take Cleansing Shield. We'll definitely take Power Surge. We'll definitely take Endure, because that's just another way to get sturdy. Take Purity. We will take Regrowth, because that's just always good. I don't like Mental Growth still. So Defensive Mod now gives us Tough, and Defensive Energy gives us Purity. And it is a silver card that gives 2 Purity, which is very nice. We will take Stone Skin. We will take... So Brainstorm, you now draw before you gain the Overcharged, which is good. Makes it a lot better. Contemplate likewise. So a lot of the card draw got buffed because obviously the trade-off is now you have to deal with... the card draw got buffed, but the trade-off is that now that fatigue is in the game, you obviously have to deal with that. I think we may take Regen, which I do want to heal. Oh, Summon Spirit. So this is a new mechanic of summoning things. I haven't actually seen how it works yet, so we'll find out. Take Warcry, because again, like Purity is so valuable right now. Overthink is now incredibly good. Mind Blast got nerfed to 4 mana, and it's now slightly weaker. It's now like 70% and 100% instead of 80 and 120. But it's probably still good. Trial by Fire is a new one that you gain burned 2 and tough 2 and you draw 3. And this is very important because that means that that one card is now more feasible. Timbered Seal for Catan is now a lot more feasible. Take Arcane Visions. Mana Barrier is now a lot weaker. And we don't have any natural growth, so I may not want it. I think the other card I want here is I may just want access to more copies of Armor Up. Or I may want access to more reloads. I think we want access to more reloads because we're going to potentially be drawing... Sorry, not potentially drawing. Potentially be picking up more mods because we might be picking up defensive mod. That seems okay. So Hexed Bolts used to be Poisoned Bolts, but now it applies Arcane Weakness 1, which is great because that was just... Because Arcane Weakness is just a difficult thing to pick up. So that just gives you another way to do it. Hex also now when upgraded goes to 5 cost, but gives Arcane Weakness 2, which is nice. And Hex Bolts as well will give is a way to get Arcane Weakness 2. So that's all things. So we're going to see how this goes. We need to give the deck a name. So we've got tanks for the memories. So this is going to be Duck and Cover. Unfortunately, we can't choose the snail shell art as much as we would want to, but we'll use the new Armor Up art. So we don't have extra max shield, unfortunately, but we do get the Purifying Shard, which is neat. And away we go. Some enemies also got slightly changed, but we will cover those as we hit them. Mostly it's just like the Adept 2 enemies got some more health. And I'm not fully familiar with all of the changes yet because, you know, I've only played a few runs on the new beta so far. Another thing, though, is we now have a new forge item called the Arcane Spyglass. You can see when we click over these, there's a bug right now where this doesn't fan out all the cards so you can see them. But you can see we can see exactly which enemies are on each of these nodes, which is handy. So like I can click here and I can see that there's the Serrated Warbot and a Dweil and a Thornberry. And here it's Piercing Warbot and a Serrated Warbot and so on. So that's all handy. We're going to start here on this double Thornberry fight. And we'll see how this goes. Blow you up. Not bad for a turn 1. I did say we were here to Dirtle, but also we are still playing Silan, so we do still have cannons. Endure is pretty nice. Offspring Strike is pretty good pickup if we were playing aggressively, but we're not, so we're going to try and wall up. So here, for example, because we don't have Sturdy set up yet, this is just a very expensive block, but it will get better eventually. So, because now our max shield is 17, so now we will get 8 shield from our Armor Up. I mean, once we aren't frail. Let's go and do that. I am bad at sequencing, but what else is new? So yeah, this is now worth 10 shield. And as the fight over the course of longer fights, it would just keep going up, which is the idea. And I think we'll try defensive mod because again, I like the having that much purity. This feels kind of awkward. I don't think we're going to be doing enough spells, and I don't want to deal with and because we're not going to be freezing things, I think we'd rather keep the weapon slot up for something else. Both of these are also pretty meh. I'll take the Hexen Claw. That at least lets us up the curse that we've got out. Let's play that. Is it worth shielding? Yeah, kind of. Boom and boom. Unfortunately, we didn't get our purity set up yet, so there it is. And this is kind of what I was talking about, where it can be kind of awkward, where like we don't have a reload, but we have two mods. We drew both mods in the same hand. So we get bonk. So now all of our burn will come due, which is not my favorite thing, but we can get a pretty good amount of shield there. And we may as well add more weak and more curse. Alright, so yeah, we didn't take much damage there because we were able to set up a pretty good amount of shield. Okay, so yeah, 20. So yeah, we get 13 shield now off of this. So we are starting to get to the point where we are actually getting a useful amount of shield out of our armor up, which is kind of the point of the card. It's good to see it working. There we go. We've got to try Summon Spirit. This may crash the game. I haven't tried it yet. I assume one day tested it, so I assume it won't crash the game, but it might. It's exciting. All right, we have Healing Potion. That's why we can heal. Sorry, I don't actually know if I remember if I said out loud that finding a way to heal was something I was a little concerned with. Bonk. Bonk. Okay, we can summon a spirit. Okay, so spirit comes out, ready to fight, pushes those dorks back. So this shouldn't hit our spirit. Okay, it doesn't because our spirit is coming. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, our spirit! I'm gonna have to report that one in the Discord after this. Question is, do we want, or we have the Purifying Shard, that's why our frost keeps vanishing so quickly. Yeah, we'll go ahead and set this up because the plated was up on this thing anyway, so. Yay, our friend's back. It's a different color this time. Alright. I think we'll take that. Give me a moment. Alright. Let's do some things. So we can now set up defensive energy, which means that we just get to ignore that frick, or that all that leech. Okay, so we're gonna go and do this. Awesome. Because we're learning, we're gonna do this before we summon our spirit, so our spirit doesn't immediately get ganked. You can see that our friendly little spirit does 2 damage, or does 3 damage twice to our foe, which is, you know, he's doing his best over there. Yeah. No. We summon another friend? So now we have 2 friends. Don't speak to me or my sons ever again. We could cannon blast, but that kills our friends, so we're not going to. spirit power. Go ahead and set up mighty. Hey, oh no! Oh no! It was all going so well. I can't be trusted with these guys. Alright, here we go. Absolutely strenuous vigor. First spell per turn cost, -2. That seems okay. So that would give us a way to get, that would be curse 2. This would summon 2 angry spirits. Oh man. I feel like we have to summon more angry spirits. Like, and I have to imagine they only get angrier as we blow them up. Even if we try and tell them we didn't mean it, they are unlikely to be convinced. There's not really any point in shielding. You resist your debuffs. No, we can't afford our friends. It's for the best. We would have accidentally killed them. All right. Go ahead and get more of everything because we can. So we do technically have a way to get access to we're gonna keep forgetting that gets more expensive thanks to whatever. Our friends are indeed susceptible to frost barrier. Oh no. Look, the little guys will be fine. Don't worry about them. Okay, so I was curious about this. It's only if we can't summon any. That we get the whatever. Alright, so this would not trip the arcane blast. I think we go ahead and do that. And then no! No! Now we're just gonna take Predator's Focus. As funny as it would be to just take more summon spirits, I don't think that's actually correct. Let's play Thirsty Fang. Okay, so we have to do that first. I don't know why that was... Because this is only... Oh, so it's 11 by default, I guess. Why is that doing 11? Because this plated... Yeah, I thought that card was 10 base. Where am I getting the +1 from? Oh, because it's increased by... That's it. It's the level 10 passive from Silan is actually what helped us there. Go ahead and do that. I know it means that we can't summon any spirits, but it's for their own good. We're going to go ahead and do that. All right. We can do this, which is conveniently going from rate exactly 0. And you're going to take a beating, which is unfortunate, but some days you just take a beating. We can heal a little bit here, which is nice. I am just the worst boss. Okay, so interestingly, oh no, I lied. I was gonna say like they got through the plated, but we don't actually know that because okay, I kind of want to see if they get through the plated. So okay, so I'm gonna also report that. All right. I just clicked through to select a card. That's all you missed. We're taking Toughen. Absolutely. We could probably afford to cut the Frozen Hide, but we're not going to. We could also probably afford to cut the Endure. This one seems less useful. I think we can afford to cut that because we have the Toughen now. So we really want to find somebody to pick up Powerful to go with our Powerful or Plated to go with our Strenuous Vigor. Reload. Scattered Mob. Alright. We are going to do this first, because we've learned. We don't want to murder our friends again. Oh. Whoops, that means that we can't afford to... I don't know. We got a Thirsty Fang off? I think we could have gotten Thirsty Fang off last time, but I was too busy testing things to see how they worked. Healing. More healing. Alright. I'll just take the growth. We will absolutely take more Arcane Detonation damage. So Depraved Designs is now weaker because it is guaranteed to trigger fatigue, which is a slight downside. We're going to do this before we Defensive Energy, because we want to make sure that we get that. All right. All right. So now we have Wits that we can increase. Now we have Mighty we can increase. I kind of just want to do this. Alright. Alright. So fortunately that means that we now have done damage to health. Pop. Alright. friends. Oh, we just got powerful because there was no room. There was no room for our friends. Unfortunate. And now we get all sorts of bad things happening to us because we cannot stop it. Because we are out of purity. This is why we need to stock up on purity. And then our friends are going to show up. Oh no! The leech! I didn't account for the leech! Oh no! I was feeling so clever. Oh well. We didn't lose too much there. I kind of just want to take the Depraved Designs. Because it is still very good. We don't have any card draw yet. But on the other hand, I also really want the Spell Magic and the increasing mana. I think we'll take the Spell Magic. I think we'll take Blood Charm because it goes with our Strenuous Vigor. I know that seems a little a little unintuitive, but that is the thing we want. And this would give us Purity 3, which I think is worth it. I don't think we have any cuts. Okay, so we want to go up this way. And yeah, we're going to Zig and also Zag. Start here, because this is a potential chance at getting us plated. Ha. Punch, 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 punch. They will now no longer be able to usefully punch the golem. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do that. Even though it does, unfortunately, dink dink. And now, no! Nothing we could have done to prevent that. Absolutely nothing. You're completely innocent in this. Bonk, bonk. Yeah, we are a decent way off from being able to... Wait. There we go. Thirsty Fang. Power Surge also is nice. I really like Mystic Ritual though, especially because we have a thing. We have the thing that reduces quicker. Alright, so we won't have as many buffs as I would like, but importantly, one of the buffs we are able to increase is the most important one. There's no point in playing that. Oh, I suppose they would have gotten rid of the Frail, but that's what the mana shields are for. See? Put that first. Boom. Let's go and do that. Do these guys not set? These guys must not set up. Must not set up Arcana Rune anymore. We're so used to them doing that. I didn't notice because it was just like, of course that's what they did. That's what they always do. I wasn't paying attention to how much arcane I had. It's fine. Rocky hide. There's a way to get plated set up. We can now stack both things we care about. Gonna do that. 4. I should have played that first to get it. We could start stacking mighty, but I did not. Yeah. No point. We will probably end up stacking curse on the other one. Once it, and by the other one I mean the final form. We can actually see what we're going to draw. We are going to draw some mana. Yeah, we just need to cleanse because unfortunately the summoned spirits would just be stymied by the plated. So I'm not sure if Thirsty Fang would have worked there, and I decided not to risk it. It's my excuse anyway. Alright, so we still have 2 plays to work our way through. But it could be a lot worse. 1 plated. No plated. And we're also slowly taking away all the powerful. Let's do that first. Goon Squad, go! Oh no! I should have set up that. Oh well. That's what we're here for. That's actually pretty tempting. I think that's probably better than Hexen Claw. Sorry, I am typing words on Discord. All right, so with that, you're going to summon friends, gain powerful, gain everything else. Why do I keep summoning them when they're just going to have a bad time? Fortunately, okay, so they do clean off the evades for you, which is nice. No. Wait, what? Oh, because the poison from the poison blood that killed the summon. We didn't kill it with... That's less our fault than normal, though. My story and I'm sticking to it. Make that kill. We are slightly poisoned, which is unfortunate. So poison did get buffed, but only like the poison powers got buffed. The mechanic itself didn't change. Alright, we have the Orb of Protection, just keep not having mana. So we haven't been able to use it until now. Heal. Let's draw some cards, that'll probably help. Yay, it helped. Look at that. Yep. And we do this. Take away those powerful stacks. Continuing to get poisoned and other bad things. Exactly enough to get the card draw. Boom. Four. Oh right, that's why our purity's not lasting. It's because it keeps getting knocked off by the by that jerk. Got him. Ooh, shiny new art. I may just take the hex bolts because that's pretty cool. We can even more efficiently accidentally murder. I really like Scattered Mod Plus a lot. Hello. Sorry, I had paused to type words. Unfortunately, we are going to explode now. Bye. I don't know why I keep trying to summon them. The poor babies. I just keep killing them. Alright, we get hit, but we get to block all of that. Just like that. Weak plus tough continues to be pretty good. If we play that, we can go and do this. Boom. I think I run that out. I'm definitely playing that. Stacking plated is pretty good, actually. I know this will probably come as a surprise to anybody who has played this game before. Alright, I think that's like 6 Thirsty Fang kills. Oh man, more Strenuous Vigors. That does nothing for us. We have no strikes, I think. Yeah, no. Discard. Which card? Discard. I think we upgrade just the Mind Seed for just more mana. I think we are cutting... It should be the Summon Spirit, but no. No, I refuse to give up. I don't care how many of those poor babies die. I'm keeping them. There's nothing really here that I really want to cut, so we'll just keep everything. Right. Boom. And yeah, you get those nice big arcane explosions thanks to because we have +5, so they were shocked, and we have +5 from Arcane Torrent, and they were Arcane Weak. So yeah, all of that together added up. And again, we're going to get another 40 damage explosion, which seems good to me. I was thinking, it's fine. Do that. We take 4 damage because we now have 5 plated. Because plated stacking is still just very fair. That's awkward. We do now get to... Alright, we now have lethal off of the curse did just enough damage that we were able to Thirsty Fang. Alright, I kind of think we just take more mana. That conditional is a little tricky to hit for us, but it's worth it. Alright, that. Sure. Summon, friend. Our friend will live for at least 1 turn. Maybe 2 turns. Who knows? I'm excited to find out. I should have done that first. I suppose that's a strike. But... Bye! Let's get the shield. I don't love being on fire, but some days you just gotta put up with stuff you don't like. Some days the stuff you don't like is being on fire. We don't need more tough. So I couldn't have defensive modded there because then it wouldn't have been a spell. Or then it wouldn't, yeah, it would not have been a spell, it would have been a skill instead. That is indeed what I meant to say. And you can armor up, which isn't worth a ton right now, but this will get those kills. Which unfortunately means we weren't able to Thirsty Fang, but... So Burning Focus now gives burn only to the first enemy, which is a shame, but it's still mana and we still kind of need more mana. Are we evading at all? I don't think we are. So that seems good. All right. More powerful. Because that means that we can do this. We unfortunately will be on fire now. And so we have 3 plated, plus we have 2 sort of invisible plated, thanks to is whatchamacallit. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. The invisible plated is from the item we equipped that gives us +2 or -2 damage from all incoming things. This should do a pretty good amount of damage. Okay, so that doesn't count as a kill. I wasn't sure. So, unfortunately, no Thirsty Fang value this time. I don't know why that took some damage. Oh, it must have taken damage from Silan's ability. Huh. That's interesting. Alright, well, let's do this. And then the curse will actually get us this kill. Alright. So the Fire Phoenixes, their cards are now slightly different. So this is now discard 1, deal 3 damage to all enemies and give them burn 3, instead of having to discard 2 cards. It's actually kind of tempting, especially because, like, I don't need the regen, really. We'll try it. And we are going into a fire, into Fire Dragon, so there's a chance it ends up doing stuff for us. So, an important note here is that when this guy does his summons, they will replace mine. So, that's a little unfortunate. I'm now on fire, which is also unfortunate. Oh, no, they didn't. Okay. I guess either one day changed his mind about that, or it just doesn't work. I will need... Oh, I bet it's because they're not normal summons. I'm gonna report that real quick. Anyway, that works out for us. So, you know, that's our reward for successfully keeping the spirits alive for even one turn. I mean, now they're gonna die, but, you know. We are not stacking plated yet because our Rocky Hide was at the bottom of our deck. Right. Let's block that burn, which is nice. Yeah, this is a way more aggressive Dirtle than I'm used to. Due to how this worked out. No, we're gonna do that. Punch, 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 punch. Yeah, we'll just keep taking Strenuous Vigors if we keep getting offered them. Strenuous Vigor continues to be just incredibly fair. Is this better? I don't think so. We'll reroll once. Yep, that seems good. I kind of like upgrading Runic Focus because it makes just so much more mana. Rocky Hide's okay, but I think we just want Runic Focus plus. And then, again, I should cut the spirits, the angry spirits. I want you to know as the viewer that I am aware that the angry spirits are not what we need here. I also want you to know that there's no way I'm giving them up. I'm enjoying having them too much. This would mean not being able to stack powerful, but it would mean that we could just not deal with getting cursed here. It's kind of tempting. No any thirsty things. Alright, cool. Yeah, we'll do it. Worth it. So now we have a bunch of everything that isn't powerful. Haha. Oh man, and this poor fool. Nice going, dummy. Ah. Yeah, you better run. Wait, they only have 5 health? Oh no! I don't know why they only have 5 health. Oh man, angry spirit kill. We got him. Boom. Unstoppable. I mean, unstoppable until I do this and they die. But, you know. ignoring that slight caveat. Warcry would give us another way to get purity. Persecute's okay as well. I think we'll do that. Sure. I kind of like the extra growth, but this is probably better. Nah. So this would give us a chance at Predator's Focus, which is just another way to get powerful set up. So I guess I'll take it. And do that just for the mighty. Now I have plated set up. Let's go do that. Donk, donk, donk. Boom. Boom. I can't actually get damage out of that. What about now? Now I can. Hey. This kills it, unfortunately. But we still have another chance at Thirsty Fang. It'll be fun. That won't kill. Okay. Yeah. And then we're good. Exactly. Thirsty Fang. I think that's 10 Thirsty Fang procs at this point. Upgrade a skill. Getting more card draw out here is nice. This gives us a chance at clear focus, which would be a neat thing to have. Actually, we'll do that first. I Then unfortunately we'll only take off the other purity stack because we weren't able to get Ivor up. Go ahead and shield. Oh, I shouldn't have bothered because we were going to get the aura. So these guys now slowly killed themselves, which is interesting. I think we're going to set that up. Go ahead and get Mighty, even though it doesn't do anything for us. I don't know why they have 5 health now. I don't know what determines their health. Not that it matters a ton. So we can go ahead and do this. Kaboom. And then we get to pure. We have enough purity that we don't have to deal with their nonsense. Ooh. This is a little awkward. I think that's the best way to do things so that we get all of this stuff going. So yeah, we are up to. The other note here is because we often have like both of these barriers up, they also mean that we just take less from incoming things. So we can't do this without exploding, but we can afford to explode, so we're going to. Aha! We triggered an arcane explosion, so we did damage to them. You fools! Alright, we will do that and that. I think we'll just do this. Yeah, discard 1. That's a bug that's currently a thing because of... Alright, and because they froze themselves on our frost barrier, they didn't apply any weapon calls to us. I'm very good at this. Yeah, we actually have seen that bug before now, but this is the first time it's just been on screen for this long. Let's go do that. Bonk. So we don't quite have enough damage here. But now we do. Thirsty Fang! Oh, I should have done that first. We're to run out. Oh, nope, that's not great. I tried to play a cannon blast before it transformed. Whoops. Let's see. So that goes to 5 damage from 4, which isn't that much. So this goes to Arcane Weakness 2, which seems handy. We absolutely want that. I don't think we want to need this. We'll burn another reroll here. Don't want any of that. What item slots are we fine removing? Like, this is the only item we have that we're kind of... I suppose this one also. There are a few trinkets I would rather have. Starting powerful, starting plated. I don't know if I've already passed those up. I haven't been super keeping track of. As usual, it's like... Sometimes I notice things that I want that I don't take. And other times, I just don't. I just don't. Woo. So this jerk is going to summon things. I believe that these summons would overwrite our because they're set up properly, I think they would overwrite our friend. And then let's just eat you. Let's pick that. So that dealt with one of the powerful stacks that, fortunately now we get, oh, we just get weak. That's fine. Being weak is fine. We cannot do that safely, and we don't have a purity stack right now. And then I'm just immediately going to kill our friends, because that's just what I do. I just kill our friends. Okay. First you. Summons! Our summons didn't immediately explode. Oh, it must be that this one was shocked from the thing. Let's do this. Get that out of the deck. Like that. Like that. Dispel magic. I'm kind of curious if they will... Okay, no. They just hit me. Oh no! They exploded. Cleared out the summons. As kind of as usual, once we have strenuous vigor, this means strenuous vigor is like nothing else matters. Strenuous vigor is pretty good, but you know, I'm having fun. I'm going to do this before I Hex Bolts, because I would want to Hex Bolts the back one. And there we go. Mystic Shadow Blast. Sure. I don't know if we can afford it that often, but I don't care. It's another way to get powerful. I think we're cutting the Feed the Flames. It's not doing that much for us. Kind of like just upgrading this. Kind of like just upgrading that for more mana. Or this to just cleanse more, dispel more. I think we just Predator's Focus for more mana. And then yeah, we are absolutely going to remove the Feed the Flames. It's just not doing enough for us. Alright, here we go. Let's see what this gives us. Sure. I Could do other things, but I kind of just want to do that. Because, I mean, it means more powerful. We are now frail, and we're going to be cursed here, I think, but it's not a lot of curse. Now that is a lot of curse. Let's work on this one. All right. Fortunately, this is just, yeah, even more curse. That is the downside to not having that much actual purity gain, because a lot of our purity gain is just coming from focusing, but we have to find our actual purity card, which we only have like one of, so. Yeah, now we're taking 16 first damage every turn. Fortunately, oh, I thought I had lethal there. I did not. I think we take another. I think we reroll. Yeah, more purity seems good. I think we don't need the cursed bolt anymore. See if we can get dig through muck. I think we're happy with having that. I think we also want to just draw some cards here. Alright, that means that we will get basically everything that we want. Do this in that order. So that then we get the biggest possible explosion. That's just gonna have to do. We do not have, unfortunately, any purity, so we got that same issue again. If I tripled again, I would have been able to not get the purity because we wouldn't have had whatever, but all right. So all right, we're getting there. Get one powerful from that. I think we are shooting with Vigoring. And then ending turn to get shield. No, that's going to be mana, so we may as well. And then, yeah, get a little more growth because that will actually count for another mana this turn, and we are only taking 1 damage here from stuff, which is fine. Pretty safely draw cards. Play this into this. Means that we then get a good amount of mana from that. Getting very close to actually having no more curse. Just for fun. Hey, we can just keep up to 13 plated. Yeah. Let's do that. No! Alright. That's not really the thing we were looking for. I think we take the cultivate. I don't think we want that either. Question is there anything we want to remove? Frozen Height's kind of meh. I think the armor up just isn't going to be worthwhile because we have the aura of protection at this point. Let's see what this gets us. Alright. Boom. So we already are at... I suppose only 2 of that plated is real. But 2 of the powerful is also real. So... I don't think we can reload this turn, usefully at least. We can war cry into defensive energy though. I kind of wanted to get that spell magic out, but I think this is better. So the big hits, we are less good against. I should have checked to see if we were fighting Baelator or not, because this whole strategy is kind of worse against Baelator. Pull you up. We can just play both of these and make it. We have the purity to block it. Right, we only have 1 plated to work our way through. Look at that dork blowing itself up. Sure. You asked for it, buddy. We have no room for spirits, so that's just 1 powerful. Which is a completely reasonable trade to me. I think we do this, because that's going to get a big explosion. And then we're going to get another... Oh no, because we are out of... Fortunately, all of our extra mana gets stolen because it's jerks. Yeah, I might just keep getting rid of these even if it means anything. Oh man, no Thirsty Fink. They were too busy dying. It's a real tragedy. New Prismatic Shield is really pretty. I think we'll just take a Contemplate though. Discard item. I refuse to cut the Spirit. I don't think we need the Hobble anymore, though. Okay, we are fighting this. If we were fighting the Baelator, I'd be more worried. I actually think I would take a Purging Waters if we get one here. I'm going to discard that, weirdly enough, because I want to be able to stack more purity with that. So we don't have any plated yet, but we do have a lot of reflect, which is funny. How much is that? 10? So I think if we do this, the Arcane Explosion... Oh, doesn't quite put this one in range. Nope, still not enough. Oh, I just wasted that then. And then we can kill that one. Huh. Okay. So I think that all of our, I think we started like 180 and we are now up to like 17 or whatever. No, it couldn't have been 180. That wouldn't get to 215. How much does Silan start with? It's not 150. There's no way we got that many. Oh, we got plus 20 to start with from. So yeah, we just started at 170 and we had 45. So we're at 15. No. Yes, 15 Thirsty Fang kills. I think we take the defensive mod because it can be a little awkward, but it's our only way to get purity, or it's one of our only two ways to get purity. We just really want to be able to get purity. I feel like we got one of the mana shields. Did we cut the other mana shield? I don't think so. It might be worth cutting the scattered mod just because it doesn't do that much for us, but yeah. I think we got the other. I think we got the Burning Focus. And I think we just get energy for artifact, sure. That's probably better than that. I'll just take more max health. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we can do. Unfortunately, we do not have the ability to block this, so we just get, alright, only one curse 1 week. We can deal with that, hopefully. See what this gives us. We just discard that, actually. Alright, so we now have 3 purity to work with. Which we can spin on Shadow Slashes. I think we pitched the Cannon Blast. And then we summon our friends! Aha! Get bullied. Uh-huh. And this, we can conveniently play this to just get it out of the way, because this will just let us, because we have extra purity to spare, we can turn the extra purity into just getting rid of these stupid cards. Yeah, and the shadow rays. At this point, we are not going to spend our extras. We will set up this handy frost barrier, though. I think that's the piece we don't need. Purity, unfortunately. Alright, we got purity back. Hooray! Yeah, I think this is the only spell we have. And we will save our other for next turn. Sure. Takes away at least one of the... there's those purities gone. Oh, I was not thinking. We did not have... It's fine. There's one of the powerful stacks gone. Get frozen, dummy. Summon our friends back. Blow up our friends again. You may be wondering why I bother summoning them if I'm just going to kill them. And the answer is, you know, I don't answer to you. You're not my supervisor. Love taking 0 damage from bosses. Yeah, the Holomach continues to be just way, way easier to thwart by screwing around, because it never hits for... If you're able to keep purity up, a lot of its like bonuses are based around the assumption that it will eventually get through your purity stacks, and if you can make sure that's not the case, that it's just never going to manage that, you can just laugh. Let's do this, which is going to get us back. Oh, right, it could also get us one of those. And there's that, but we aren't going to be able to play it. Play that to get it out. Play that to get it out. Slowly working our way through. We still have 4 here. Strenuous vigor. Take 0 damage. So we do have 20 powerful at this point, which is a completely reasonable amount of powerful to have. Hey, our angry spirits are going to get to live this time, for at least a turn. Which is worth 8 damage. Oh no! No! They died again! They died as they lived, taking arcane damage. Okay, we didn't get the shock, but we did take out that. Don't need that. Alright, so yeah, you don't get any powerful. We are up to 19 plated stacks. And there we go. So yeah, that was some new Silan cards, but mostly Strenuous Figure still being a ridiculous. Hey, Strenuous Figure had its wording. Strenuous Figure had its wording changed. Therefore, this was a showcase of new mechanics, obviously. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.